the government on Wednesday expressed strong displeasure about Twitter's response to the emergency order to block more than 1,000 accounts for alleged spread of provocative content and misinformation on the farmers' protest. As a business entity working in India, Twitter said that Twitter must respect the Indian laws and follow them irrespective of Twitter's own rules and guidelines, is what the government said, making it clear that Twitter should block the accounts immediately. The ministry added lawfully passed orders are binding on any business entity. They must be obeyed immediately. If they are executed days later, it becomes meaningless. Citing its crackdown on accounts after last month's violence at Washington's Capitol Hill, the government also accused Twitter of differential treatment. The meeting took place between the Electronics and IT Ministry and the Twitter representatives after the social media platform had snubbed the government over its request to block the over 1,100 accounts. In fact, Twitter had said that it would restrict access to some of those accounts within India instead of an outright ban. And it also put out a blog yesterday in which it listed the action it's taken, how it's blocked some 500 accounts, but also conveyed to the center that the values that underpin open internet and free expression are increasingly under threat around the world. Well, we spoke to NDTV's Neeta for the latest on this battle between the government and Twitter. In fact, Ravi Shankar Prasad, the IT minister, addressed this issue in Parliament this morning. Let's listen in.
सोशल मीडिया का दुरुपयोग अगर हिंसा, फेक न्यूज, वैमनस्य बढ़ाने के लिए किया जाएगा तो कार्रवाई होगी, ये हम बहुत विनम्रता से कहना चाहते हैं। आज इस सदन के पटल से, चाहे वो ट्विटर हो, चाहे वो फेसबुक हो, चाहे वो लिंक्डइन हो या कोई हो या व्हाट्सएप हो, मैं विनम्रता से आग्रह करूंगा, भारत में आप काम करिए, आपके करोड़ों फॉलोअर हैं, हम उसका सम्मान करते हैं, पैसे भी कमाइए, लेकिन भारत के संविधान को आपको पालन करना होगा, भारत के कानून को आपको पालन करना होगा, ये हम कहना चाहते हैं।
Well, let's go across to NDTV's Himanshu now for more. And Himanshu, it's really heating up this, battle of sorts or war of sorts between the social media giant and the government. And the government, they're mincing no words, saying you have to abide by the laws of the land.
Definitely, and this is a very, very stern message that IT Minister has given from Rajya Sabha to all social media companies who are operating in India. Especially, he named Twitter, WhatsApp, Facebook and LinkedIn, and very categorically said that there are Indian laws that they must have to follow. They can come to India, do business here, make crores of followers, make money, but at the same time, they have to abide by the Indian IT laws. And this, of course, comes in the context where in last 2 weeks, at least twice, Government of India has requested Twitter to block more than 1,000 hashtags and tweets where the allegation by the Indian government is that they are spreading misinformation about the farmers' protest. So clearly, I think he has used the platform, this question hour debate, on the microblogging sites and social media platforms and given a very stern message. He especially cited Gagi one instance where he said that in the Capitol Hill, when it was being ransacked and police was taking action, some microblogging sites had actually sided with the protesters. But when Lal Killa was attacked on January 26th, they stood with the protesters. So this kind of double standard is something that Government of India will not allow. If they want to function in India, there are laws. He said that under the IT Law Act, Section 19(2), it gives powers to the government to restrict the functioning of these sites, and these powers will be used if the freedom that is being given to these social media companies are violated by them. Kagi.